Lil Tecca is one of those people that I genuinely don't know how he's been able to continuously have a pretty good career throughout these years. It's not that he's not talented, it's more so that he makes very surface level music, or music that doesn't necessarily take a lot of work to make, you know what I mean? And that's not me slighting his ability to make hits, because apparently he's been able to continuously make songs that top whatever charts, or get around when it comes to making a viral hit, like for TikTok or just videos in general. But he is always just been that person that's very baffling. He has pretty big concerts. He has pretty big numbers when it comes to music. And looking at the numbers for Dopamine, he's actually doing a phenomenal job at staying relevant, despite the year that he popped off. A lot of the people that popped off with him not necessarily on the same level as him, and that got me wondering, why is he so popular? So I listened to Dopamine, his latest album that came out. And when I listened to it, I don't understand it. It was okay to me. I listened to one song and then another song and then another song, and all the songs just kind of morphed into each other. There was no real distinct different type of sound when it came to it. And by the time I finished the album, I was just like, it just kind of felt like I was listening to one continuously long song with just different beats. He wasn't necessarily trying to reinvent the wheel. He wasn't necessarily trying to make anything different lyrically. He is pretty much just putting out the regular Tekka that everybody else knows. It is not like I don't enjoy his music. We Love You Tekka tape was actually pretty good. Tech was good to me. Even the last one before that was pretty good. But I am not necessarily going back and listening to a lot of his work. I'm not gonna lie. Unless it's the big tracks. Dark Thoughts. If I listen to Ransom every once in a while, Did It Again, whatever it is. And I'm just sitting here wondering, am I the person that's not getting it? Like, what am I missing at this point? And there's no real hate on Tekka, because I want him to succeed. If I'm being completely honest, I think Tekka is a very interesting character when it comes to rap. He's always been very honest about his standing on making music, the way that he is able to, say and lie about whatever the life that he's doing, and then also being transparent enough to be all like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I don't do none of this shit. It is very interesting. I always thought that was cool, especially when I was younger. I was watching them like, oh yeah, like if I was a rapper, I'd probably be like that too. Because, transparency is the best thing. But the strange thing about Tekka is he is just continuously getting bigger and bigger, and it feels like nobody is really talking about him. And it's not like I am the only person that's hating or whatever. It's more so the fact that every music outlet is just also very surprised that Tekka is able to garner this much attention from literally making music that pretty much anybody can make in this position. It was really interesting to me. Again, I will continuously be checking out his music going forward, because again, I am just interested in understanding what makes Tekka popular. I don't necessarily get it. And maybe even go to a concert. I want to check it out. I want to see who's listening to Tekka. And hey, if I see a concert out here, I'll check it out. That's it though. Super quick video. This is me hating Dopamine. I give it like a 4 out of 5 or something like that. It's really not that great. Anyway,